good to see you, Lecrae. I enjoy interviewing you every time. I'll have to ask you about two things. One, the deep end. Sir, first and foremost, who told you to be the new host of YouTube of Life? I have been enjoying these podcasts because you're talking to everybody.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's an actual new artist. I saw one where you were talking to someone who was formerly a witch. Like, what made you decide to go into that genre like that?
I just felt like the music, you can only say so much in a song, and there was so much more on my heart and so many more questions that I wanted people to be able to have answered. So podcast was the next best step while I was working on music, and so I'm still working on music.
Amen.
Yeah, but that was the next best step. Yeah.
So I actually interviewed Trip earlier, which first and foremost, I had to do a double take because I was like, first and foremost, who said you was coming outside? You don't ever come inside. But one of the things that we talked about was just how I went to the Unashamed conference years ago, and how you all have come from being teenagers to men in this industry, and the support that you have for each other. Knowing KB is nominated, just all these things. Anike, tell me a little bit about where you are right now in your life as an artist, in just how God has elevated you, and just seeing everyone around you also elevate too.
I was only interested in seeing them elevate for the longest time. That was all my focus was, is putting it into these artists, making sure that I can highlight them. To see them be able to stand on their own 2 feet is a blessing to me. So that was really where my focus was. And I kind of was falling back from doing music and just trying to help them out. And then the Lord just shook me up a little bit. So in this season of life, as I was just saying earlier, Kanye was working on Christian music, and then he went another direction.
Correct.
And his team said, man, we made these records for Ye, but we don't know who else to give them to other than you. So some of those records have landed on me, and one of them I'll release coming up called Lift Me Up.
Let's lean into that just a little bit, because Kanye is not the only artist who has spit your name recently that's out there. A little somebody named Kendrick Lamar has also put your name all up in a song, and I actually watched KB's response to it, which I loved, because he talked about not just the fact that it's someone that's of a big name who's decided to put your name in a song, but what it means because of what he said. When you first heard it, well, one, did you know that was coming, or were you kind of taken aback like everyone else that knew who you were and was like, okay?
I didn't know anything, and I'll say this, he and I still have to have a conversation. So until that conversation happens, which is soon,
right?
I'll save what I'm gonna say.
Got you.
Because I want to honor him. But I will say this: the fact that my character was what was highlighted, not my rapping ability, means a lot. Yeah. And I think that's what we should strive for: is to be known as people who live. And that's what KB is. That's what Trip is. That's what Anike is. That's what they all are. They're people of character, and that's what I want to highlight.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was so great to see you. Take care.